On this episode of Big Booty Mouth Off, well, the summer's over, so we're going for a walk.
A long one.
Oh. Welcome back to Big Movie Mouth Off. I'm Jimmy Martin, your host.
Jeff Counts, your co-host.
There you go. All right, so on this episode of Big Movie Mouth Off, the summer's over, so we're going to review our top 2 favorite movies between us, top 2 worst movies between us. And then we're also going to talk about video on demand because Xfinity is our sponsor. But first, we're going to start it off. Well, Robert Redford decided to go for a walk in the woods, and that's what we're going to review. So basically, the story is he plays real-life travel agent Bill Bryson.
Travel writer, you mean?
What did I say?
Travel agent.
Yeah, well, there's no such thing as travel agents anymore.
He plays the internet.
So, he's a writer. Been doing it for years. You know, he's kind of wind down. He's living with his wife. And, well, all of a sudden he gets a bug. And he's like, I want to go walk the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah.
And his wife is like, you're out of your mind. Every friend that he's got says you're out of your mind. And then, all of a sudden, well, he gets a phone call from an old friend named Stephen Katz who says, hey, I want to go on that trip with you. Because it's played by Nick Nolte.
Not Macho Man.
So there you go. So, and that's kind of the story. I mean, like, it's not a lot of plot.
It's really a buddy flick.
It's an odd couple that's going for a walk. Because Robert Redford plays this straight-laced, kind of, I'd say snarky a little bit. You know, I don't think he's holier than thou, but a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah. And then Nick Nolte, on the other hand, just life in shambles. You know, crazy guy, always getting into trouble, always getting into mischief, always doing the wrong thing.
He's the lovable loser.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You hate to love him kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the story. And along the way they meet different people like Kristen Schaal. People know her from Last Man on Earth or the Flight of the Conchords or even Bob's Burgers.
Right.
And so they meet them. They meet younger guys. And that's kind of it. And so, I mean, we can jump in because when we were in the theater, the first thing I noticed was that everyone around us was about 20 to 30 years older than us.
At least. It's the youngest I've felt in a long time.
Yeah, it was like a theater full of blue hairs.
Totally.
So I'm sitting there going like, oh man, like, you know, every once in a while there's a film that comes out like this, meant for my parents that I do like, you know.
Oh, you were laughing with him, don't lie.
Oh, we'll get there. So, but, you know, but there's also a lot that I'm like, oh gosh, this is just not for me. I get it. You know, I'm not 75 years old. I don't know what happened when I walked in that theater, but somehow my inner Schaal and rocking chair came with me, and I was having a good time with it.
You aged 4 decades, right, sitting next to me.
I think half my hair turned blue.
Yeah, I did not enjoy this film, and you seem to be having a really good time with it. To me, all the punches were telegraphed, and they had no muscle behind them.
Yeah.
Redford looked like every line he said looked like he had to be interrupted out of thinking of something else. And I don't mean the character, I mean the actor Robert Redford looked like he was thinking about something else before his lines. And Nolte was well cast, but you know, you have to suffer through the every 30 minutes moment of bum wisdom for me that I just got really tired of.
I don't know why I liked it, and a lot of people would be surprised that this film is actually rated R.
Yeah. And they use it.
Purely language.
Yeah.
Just language. Yeah. Because they use the F-bomb like
a lot.
Yeah. And so, but then I looked at that and I kind of thought, this is how 2 old guys would be on a trip.
Yeah.
You know, I would kind of envision my dad being there. And I'm like, that's exactly how my dad would talk.
Sure.
You know, like I don't want to be here. F this, F that. You know, screw those young kids. You know, for making me feel bad. And that's where I kind of enjoyed it. Like, you know, there was a great dynamic. I will say this. Some people may not know. Robert Redford's had this script since 1998.
Yeah.
And he wanted it to be the 3rd film that he and Paul Newman starred in together because you had Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, and you had The Sting. So this was going to be like kind of like their grown-up retirement project, you know? And it just never came to be, and obviously everybody knows that we lost Paul Newman in 2008, so they had to find somebody else to play Stephen Katz. And I will say this. I don't know how that movie would have been different with Paul Newman. It would have been obviously different. But Nick Nolte, I loved him in this movie.
He was well cast, as I said. I don't know that he had a great script to work with. And this movie didn't have any surprises in it. I mean, of course they're going to fall in the water, you know, and of course they're going to be sweating and huffing and puffing and say, how far have we been? 1/4 of a mile. Ha ha. I mean, there's not a lot of surprises in it, but he did a lot with a little.
Yeah.
I will agree with you
a lot
on
with
that.
a little. I will say, it's not the most complicated story. Obviously, it's two guys walking in the woods.
Right.
I mean, that's it.
Right.
But two things. Well, it's corny. I'll say that it's absolutely corny. I'm never going to deny that.
With a capital K.
Yeah. That's even worse. The one thing that really, really bugged me in this movie, such an overuse of green screen.
Yeah.
Where you could tell it's just them like on a treadmill and like a crappy green screen behind them, and they're just like, "Hi, Tom."
It does pull you out.
Oh, is it? And then along with that, every time there is like a helicopter shot, and it would circle around, and it's obviously, and they're like, I swear the two like stunt doubles are like hiding their face, so we can't tell that it's not Nick Nolte and Robert Redford walking.
Pretty much.
So it became. I always every once in a while think of a drinking game, and that's this one for this film because it's pretty out there.
Yeah. What did you think of the characters they met on the trail? I mean, I thought each one of them was like engineered to be some archetypal somebody that you see on a trail, like the know-it-all, the bros.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be for people in the audience who hike to go, oh yeah, I know that person.
I could see that
engineered for a reaction.
I will say I did really enjoy Kristen Schaal because Kristen Schaal has one of the best personas to be the most annoying person on earth.
Oh, she was annoying.
And I mean, you feel for these two guys like, oh god, I want to kill her. I want to kill her now.
Yeah.
So
that was a funny part of the movie. They tried to get away from her, and no matter how fast they walked, they couldn't. They're just too old.
I know you and I are completely different on ends on this one.
Totally.
Because I had a good time with it. It made me laugh more than I actually thought I would. And more than you guys even thought. What did our friend Brooks leaned over and said?
Well, he leans over to me and said, "When did Jimmy become 90?" And I said, "About an hour ago."
There we go. So
I was miserable. You had a good time.
Yeah.
That's it.
I was shocked, and when I get shocked, I get really excited, and so I'm at 3 stars.
Okay.
I know it's shocking. I know I'm probably in the minority, but that's okay. I'm okay with that.
I'm also at 3 stars -2. 1 star for me.
You're at 1?
Yeah, dude.
Oh
no.
Poor Robert Redford and Nick Nolte.
Well, he looked as bored as I was.
Oh well, so be it. Sometimes I get to act like I'm 65 years old.
Yep.
So that'll do it for A Walk in the Woods. Coming up next, we will be talking about Xfinity's video on-demand stuff. Good stuff. And then stay tuned because our summer review is coming up. How's the summer already over?
I can't believe it.
Gross. Time flies when you're having fun.
Yep.
And this summer had some fun and some not fun, and you'll hear about both. Coming up, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Big Movie Mouth Off. Now, as we said before in the past few episodes, Xfinity is now our official sponsor.
Very excited.
Yeah, so now we're going to talk about what's on their video on demand in the month of September. We're going to start off with the film Aloha. It's Cameron Crowe.
Yeah, it's his latest.
Crazy cast.
Amazing cast.
Bradley Cooper, Emma Stone,
Yes.
Rachel McAdams, Bill Murray, Danny McBride.
Yeah.
And it's all about a military contractor who goes out and he goes back to
his where he made his name.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Became that.
Yeah.
And then Love Life, Old Love, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So Cameron Crowe, usually a good guy. I am a little concerned because someone told me that Emma Stone plays an Asian girl.
Yeah.
The most translucent girl in Hollywood.
Yeah, there were apparently no actual Asians available for the casting of that.
They were
role.
busy. They were busy doing something else. I have no idea.
Risky, Cameron.
But check it out. It's Aloha. Also coming up on video on demand this month, Spy.
Yeah.
Paul Feig. We reviewed this a few months ago.
Funny movie.
Surprisingly funny. We were scared because the commercials were kind of.
They didn't do it any justice.
But it's foul.
Yep.
So hang tight.
Yep.
If you're offended by language, then don't watch it.
Yeah.
But do because it's funny.
See this movie.
Melissa McCarthy and Paul Feig are a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
Whenever they're together.
We said it before. Nobody gets work out of her like he does.
No.
He makes her best.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So be sure to check out Aloha and Spy. They are both now on video on demand in the month of September. But coming up next week in movie theaters, not on TV. You got to go to the theaters for these ones. First one we got is The Visit. This is M. Night Shyamalan.
Yep.
Nervous. Got to be a little nervous.
Well, you have to be.
A few misses here and there. When I say a few, I mean quite a lot.
You said it's a coin flip, but I think that coin's had a magnet on one side for about 10 years.
It's like Two Faces coin.
Yeah, exactly.
He's cheating.
Because since Unbreakable, it's been a steady decline.
Well,
in my opinion.
It may be good, but let's check out the trailer.
Yep.
Coming up right here.
Every day it's a getting close.
Are you holding my camera properly? Swerve, girl.
Stop, both of you!
Yours will surely come.
Hi, Mom. My parents asked if their grandchildren could visit them for a week.
Here we are. This is where our mom grew up. I've wanted to spend time with you for so long.
Miss you guys.
Mom, we're having a great time.
I have not seen your Nana this happy in years. Bedtime here is 9:30. It's probably best you two shouldn't come out of your room after that. See you in the morning.
9:30?
9:30.
What is that? It's 10:47.
We think there's someone outside the door. What the hell was that? I think Nana's not feeling well.
Grandmother is fine. It's like somebody talking in their sleep.
What's he doing? They're weird during the day.
I was just cleaning it.
And even weirder at night?
Mom, there's something wrong with Nana and Papa.
They're just old. Bear with it for a couple of days.
Nana, you okay? They're hiding something.
It's just the end of your trip.
I'm sad it's all over. I'm gonna get you.
Let's make it a perfect night.
What is that? Mom, you need to come right now.
Would you mind getting inside the oven to clean it?
Stop! Nana, stop!
All right.
Okay.
We'll see.
Grandma's rules.
It's found footage that
Yep.
makes me nervous already. The next one coming out in theaters this week, it's The Perfect Guy. This is a film. It's revenge. It's thrillers. It's whatnot. It's Sanaa Lathan.
Sanaa Lathan. Yeah.
She just broke up with her boyfriend. I believe who is played by Morris Chestnut.
Yeah.
And she falls for it's
Michael Ealy.
Michael Ealy.
Yep.
And so, well, he's too good to be true. He might be a psychopath.
Yeah.
So, but you want
Probably.
to check out the trailer? It's right here. Here comes The Perfect Guy.
I want a husband and children.
I'm just not ready.
I can't wait for you anymore.
I don't want to lose you.
I don't either.
3 reasons why I shouldn't buy you a drink.
I'm sorry I'm late. You look beautiful.
Why are you still standing here? Walk away. Walk away. I looked over and you looked like you needed a little help.
Shine bright like a diamond.
No man in your life?
Not anymore.
Shine bright like a diamond.
It shouldn't be so hard.
You're right.
It's simple.
Shine bright tonight.
Nice to meet you.
Does he have a brother?
Beautiful like diamonds in the sky.
Do you want to come with me to my parents for the 4th?
I have these 2 front row tickets to the Giants game, and I was wondering if you'd go with me.
Shine bright like a diamond. Beautiful like diamonds in the sky.
Would you mind if I take a picture of this car?
Maybe ask my boyfriend when he gets out. It was like a switch went off.
You know I never hurt you, right?
Do I?
Leah, open the door!
You don't know what's in store.
I think I jump into things sometimes.
How about we start over?
I can't believe he's here. He's out there. He's watching me.
That email went out this morning from your account.
My account. Can't you see I've been set up?
You think you got a second shot?
She doesn't want anything to do with you.
Probably remembering the sex right now.
Shut up!
I'm gonna wipe that smug look off your face.
So you can't protect me.
I'm doing everything I can within the law.
I want my life back.
All right. there you have it. That's what's coming out on video on demand.
Yeah.
Also in theaters. Coming up next, we're going to be reviewing our summer films, favorites and worst. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Big Movie Mouth Off. Now we've talked video on demand. We've talked about Walking in the Woods.
Coming attractions.
Yeah. So, but now we're going to... Summer's over. And I can't believe it's already over. It's ridiculous. And so we decided that we said there was only one movie that really came out this week that we would show you guys our top 2 favorite movies of the summer, top 2 worst movies of the summer. And so
it was a rich tapestry this summer. Lots to choose from in both categories.
Absolutely.
I think.
So we'll start off with your worst.
Yeah. Okay. So the rules are simple, though. I can't talk about a movie I didn't actually see.
That's just being
being a professional.
That's being ethical.
Yeah. I didn't see Pixels. Sorry. So I have to leave that one out. For me, the worst movie I saw this summer was Max.
Oh.
And I know I'm going to get a text from Homeland Security any minute now, because it's an America-loving film. It's a great subject.
Yeah.
But it's so manipulative. It's so cardboard. It's so Hallmark. I mean, the scene at the end where they make the kid salute his brother's grave, which is, I mean, a great moment. But the kid looks like he's laughing because it's so corny. And the one thing
Billy, we can't do another take.
The one thing they didn't do, which I'll give them credit for, is they didn't make us hear the thoughts of the dog in the voice of Gary Sinise or something. I'll give them credit for that. But Max,
all right. Well, for me, my worst one, because I did see Pixels.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. It's not Pixels. Because
that amazes me.
Yeah, because what happened is about a couple weeks after it, I saw Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Walking into Pixels, I knew that I was going into an Adam Sandler Happy Madness movie. So my expectations were like, oh, God, here we go.
The bar was table high.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But with Fantastic Four, Josh Trank he was a good director for Chronicle. I liked Chronicle.
Yeah.
They were taking chances with Michael B. Jordan playing Johnny. And, and I was like, why? What happened? And then you got Miles Teller in there, and
he happened. That's what.
It's him. It's the cast. The cast looks like they hate each other.
Yeah.
The story goes nowhere. There's no action in it. It absolutely ruined my hopes for a really good Fantastic Four movie. And it's got to take the worst. It's taken the worst of it all, and I'm sorry, but Pixels, wow, you slipped by because you were that close.
And you know how forgiving we are on Marvel movies. I mean, we want them to succeed.
Yeah.
So that's a shame.
A Marvel shirt now.
He's wearing his Beanie Baby Secret War shirt.
There you go. So those are our worst.
Yeah.
Right there. Max and Fantastic Four.
Yep.
Best.
This is going to be a little bit surprising, I think. But this was a movie that I fell in love with the moment I saw it. It surprised me in every way. Anton Fuqua's Southpaw.
Oh,
I thought Jake Gyllenhaal, it's the best work he's done in a long time. Well, I mean, it's the best work he's done since last year in Nightcrawler, where he was amazing.
They got screwed.
Yeah, totally. I mean, there's nothing new in this movie. It's a boxing movie. You've seen all the tropes before, but Fuqua does it better than anybody. The tone is brilliant. It's bloody. Everybody's bruised. He can't speak right because he's been hit so many times.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the one thing I've noticed about Fuqua. His films are shot magnificent.
And in terms of immersing you into a subject, he does it as well as anyone. That was the surprise of my summer. Southpaw was I mean, there's a lot of great movies this summer, which you're about to mention another one. Sure. But for me, Southpaw, number one.
Well, and I like Southpaw too because, I mean, like the fight scenes. I mean, I was like, that looks like it hurts.
He learned how to fight for this movie. This is no joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Southpaw, great choice.
Yep.
I'm going to go a little bit earlier in the summer. I think it's almost one of the ones that kind of kicked it off. It's George Miller's Mad Max Fury Road.
Who can argue?
You can't.
No.
You can't argue this film. This film has everything. I mean, let's just start talking with practical effects.
Yeah.
Because we live in a world where everything's green screened. We talked about that in a world where two guys walking in the woods needed a green screen. Sorry, it's not always necessary. He takes these cars that are all real. And also, if you didn't know this, that up in Seattle, for Uber, you could call one of those cars.
I heard about that.
To come get you.
You could have a Mad Max car pick you up.
I would have just been driving around all day. Like, no one's getting in here.
Take me to where the other Mad Max car is what I tell the Uber driver.
Then you have that. Then you've got an amazing performance from, and this is the year, and I'm loving it, of really strong female characters.
Yeah.
And Charlize Theron as Furiosa was phenomenal.
Yeah, she was.
And so that was great about it. Then you got Tom Hardy, who's playing this role that, is iconic. I mean, like Mel Gibson, love him or hate him, a lot of people hate him, but he still made that role.
He created an iconic role, absolutely.
Exactly. And so
hard shoes to fill.
Sure, but he grasped onto it and just owned it, even though he doesn't say like 10 words in the entire movie.
I think he says 8. I think I counted and it's 8 words.
Yeah, and so there's that, and then basically what you get is this long chase scene that just doesn't end, and it's just, even you got a guy with a flaming guitar, with a moving soundtrack that comes along with it.
Yeah.
This is filmmaking at its finest.
Yeah.
Give George Miller anything he wants after this. I've heard that he wants to do like Man of Steel 2 or something. It may be a rumor. I don't care. Give it to him. Just say anything you want. It's yours. Just don't do Babe 3. That's fine with me. So,
don't let anyone do that. Let's be honest.
Right. So I have to give it to Mad Max.
Yeah, that's hard to argue with, and part of the reason I said Southpaw is because I knew you were going to say Mad Max. And I didn't want to say the same movie, but
sure.
I love this film too. And talk about immersive experiences.
Yeah.
He never lets you off the mat.
Nope.
You never get a chance to breathe in this movie, not for a second.
It's phenomenal.
Can you believe that we're talking about 2 movies from the summer that I think are still going to be in our top 10, maybe top 5 at the end of the year?
I would
it's
not.
Possible.
We've talked about certain films that have already been great. Like
Ex Machina.
Ex Machina, which wasn't really a summer film, but still fantastic. One that is a summer film, I just want to give it love real fast, is Inside Out.
Oh yeah.
I think that should be in the top 10. I think that should be nominated for Best Picture.
Neither one of us had. If we'd said that, neither one would have disagreed.
Yeah, it's been a great summer. And it's also been a terrible summer. It's it is. It's summer. Yeah. It's just what it is, and not everything's going to be a home run.
Yep.
And it never is, but you always get the good ones and you always get the bad ones.
Yep.
And it's fun seeing both because you get to hear and talk about it. Yep. So that'll do it for this episode of Big Movie Mouth Off. Be sure, like we said earlier, to check out Xfinity's Video On Demand. They are our official sponsors, so we're going to give them as much love as we can. Like I said, Aloha's out, Spy's out.
Yep.
Next week, we will be talking about The Visit.
Yes.
I'm nervous.
Yes. No question.
M. Night, don't make me nervous anymore.
I'm hoping for Unbreakable M. Night, that one.
Or Sixth Sense.
Or Sixth Sense, absolutely.
Maybe a little bit of Signs. I kind of like Signs.
Yeah.
And then Perfect Guy. Maybe we'll check that one out. They're not screening it for critics, but maybe we'll go out and see it anyway.
Maybe.
So that'll do it for this episode of Big Movie Mouth Off. Thank you for watching, and we will be back next week with more reviews. We'll see you then.